Stop right now. Do not move another inch. Do not let your thumb flick past this moment, for I have specifically orchestrated this divine collision of time and space to capture your absolute attention. You have been running searching for answers in the noise of a world that does not know your name. But I have silenced the heavens just to whisper into the depths of your weary soul. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the one who knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. And I am telling you with the weight of eternity that this is not a coincidence. You were not meant to find this message by chance. You were led here by my hand because the cries of your heart have reached my throne in a way that can no longer be ignored. I have heard the silent screams you've uttered in the dead of night when the house was still, and I have felt every ounce of the weight that has been crushing your spirit. You are my chosen one, and right now I am interrupting the cycle of your despair to bring you a message that cannot wait. The world may see your struggle, but I see your destiny, and I am here to tell you that the battle you are fighting is no longer yours to carry. I have stepped into the ring, and everything is about to change. I have seen the secret meetings. I have heard the whispers behind closed doors where they spoke your name with malice, thinking they were hidden from my sight. They planned for your downfall, they plotted to see you fail, and they gathered in the shadows to discuss how they could dim the light that I placed inside of you. They thought they were clever, but they forgot one thing: I am the one who holds the keys to your future, not them. I was there in that dark room when they smiled to your face and sharpened their knives behind your back. I heard the laughter that was meant to mock your faith. I saw the traps they set in the path you walk every single day. But I want you to listen to me very closely. Every arrow they aimed at your heart has been turned into dust before it could reach you. Every word they spoke against you has been stripped of its power and cast into the void. I have already broken the snare, and I have already paved a way where there was no way. You are standing on the precipice of a miracle, but before I reveal the magnitude of the blessing I am about to pour into your life, I need you to acknowledge my presence. Before I uncover the hidden things and show you how I have dealt with those who sought your harm, show me your faith. Do not stay silent in the face of my majesty. Declare your presence right now. Type "I am here, Lord" or 7007 in the comments to open the gates of heaven over your life. This is your moment of alignment, your moment of surrender, and your moment of victory. Join this family of believers who walk under my light and press the like button right now to signal your agreement with heaven. Subscribe to this sanctuary, for it is here that I will continue to speak to you, to guide you, and to protect you from the storms of the enemy. By doing this, you are marking your territory and telling the darkness that you belong to me. You are sealing your place in this divine movement and ensuring that you do not miss the instructions I am about to give you. Do not hesitate, for the urgency of this hour requires a radical act of faith. I am not just a God of the past. I am the God of your right now, and I am moving with a speed you have never witnessed before. The enemy thought he had you cornered, but he didn't realize that he was just setting the stage for my greatest performance in your life. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the victor of my promises. Feel the warmth of my love surrounding you like a cloak of fire, protecting you from the cold winds of betrayal. I am your vindicator, and I am about to perform a work in your days that you would not believe even if you were told. The interruption you are feeling right now is the sound of your chains hitting the floor. I have watched you in the stillness of the midnight hour when the rest of the world has surrendered to sleep, but your eyes remain wide, staring into the darkness. I was there when you turned your face into the pillow to muffle the sound of your sobbing, not wanting anyone else to hear the breaking of your spirit. I have counted every single drop that has fallen from your eyes, and I want you to know that not one of them has been wasted or forgotten. I saw you when you felt that sudden sharp heaviness in your chest, a weight so profound it felt as though the very air had been sucked out of the room. You clutched your heart, wondering if you were physically failing, but I knew it was the weight of the burdens you were never meant to carry alone. You have been walking through a season of profound isolation, feeling as though you are a stranger, even among those who claim to know you. I have seen the way you put on a mask of strength during the day, smiling for the sake of others and offering words of encouragement to the brokenhearted, while your own soul was screaming for a hand to hold. You have been the pillar for so many, but I saw when your own foundation began to tremble under the pressure of silent expectations and secret sorrows. My beloved, I know the exhaustion that has settled deep into your bones, a fatigue that sleep cannot reach. It is the weariness of a soul that has been fighting a battle on every front, from the whispers of the enemy to the misunderstandings of friends. You have asked me in the quiet moments, Lord, how much longer can I endure this? You have felt as though you were drowning in a sea of not enough. Not enough time, not enough strength, not enough resources, and not enough love. But I am here to tell you that I have been the one keeping your head above the water. When you thought you were sinking, it was my hand beneath you. When you thought your heart would literally break into pieces, it was my grace that held the fragments together. Those tears you cried in secret were not a sign of weakness. They were a holy language that reached my ears when you had no words left to speak. I have bottled every tear, and I am turning them into the very rain that will bring forth your greatest harvest. The heaviness you feel is not a permanent condition. It is the labor pains of a new version of you being born. I am peeling away the layers of sorrow to reveal the diamond I have forged in the heat of your affliction. I am asking you now to surrender that heavy heart to me. Do not try to fix it. Do not try to analyze it, and do not try to hide it from my gaze any longer. I am the great physician, and I am reaching into those deep hidden chambers of your soul to extract the poison of disappointment and the shrapnel of past hurts. I am replacing that stone-like weight with a peace that surpasses all understanding, a lightness that will make you feel as though you can finally breathe again. Take a deep breath right now, right where you are, and feel my spirit moving through the rooms of your heart, clearing out the shadows and the cobwebs of despair. You have been carrying the world on your shoulders, but I am the one who carries the world, and I am carrying you. The nights of weeping are coming to a formal end, and the morning of joy is not just a distant promise, it is breaking over the horizon of your life at this very moment. You are not losing your mind, and you are not losing your way. You are being refined. The very things that tried to crush you are the things I am using to make you unbreakable. Trust me with your fragile pieces, for I am the master of restoration. I have watched the faces of those you love change when you weren't looking. I have seen the subtle shifts in their eyes, the coldness that replaced the warmth they once offered so freely. You have lived through a pattern of silent betrayals that has left your soul feeling bruised and confused. You wonder, Lord, why did they turn on me? What did I do to deserve this cold shoulder, this sudden distance, this sharpened tongue? I want you to know that I was in the room when your name was brought up in conversations you were never meant to hear. I heard the way they twisted your intentions, how they took your vulnerability and turned it into a weapon to use against you. They smiled to your face while they were busy digging a pit for your feet, believing that I, the Almighty, was not paying attention. But I see every whispered word and every hidden agenda. I have watched you give your last bit of energy, your last dollar, and your last ounce of patience to people who were only looking for a way to use you. You offered them a seat at your table, and they used that proximity to study your weaknesses. This pattern of betrayal is not a reflection of your worth, but a sign of the oil that I have poured upon your head. The enemy does not attack those who are empty. He attacks those who carry the fire of my presence. You have been met with envy where you expected empathy. You have been met with competition where you expected community. I have seen you sit in your car or walk through your house, replaying conversations in your head, trying to find the moment where things went wrong. You blamed yourself, thinking that if you were only more careful or more perfect, they would have stayed loyal. But I am here to tell you that the betrayal was not your fault, it was a spiritual necessity. Their exit was my intervention. I allowed their true colors to be revealed because I could not take you into the next season of your destiny with wolves dressed in sheep's clothing. I am the one who provoked the discomfort that drove them away, for your heart is too kind to let go of people who are secretly poisoning your environment. I have seen the pain of the Judas kiss in your life, the people who knew your secrets, and used them as currency in the marketplace of gossip. It hurts deeply because you loved deeply. You are a soul designed for loyalty, and you cannot fathom how others can be so calculated and cold. But remember, I am your vindicator. For every lie told about you, I am preparing a truth that will shine so bright it will blind your detractors. For every hand that let go of you, I am bringing a legion of angels to support you. You are not losing friends. You are gaining freedom. I am filtering your circle so that only those who can handle the weight of your glory will remain. Do not grow bitter. My child, for bitterness is a cage that the enemy wants to lock you in. Instead, stay in a posture of radical forgiveness, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free from the tethers of their betrayal. I am clearing the path, removing the weeds, and making room for the divine connections that are already on their way to you. I have felt the tremor in your hands and the aching in your bones that no amount of rest seems to cure. You wake up feeling as though you have been running a marathon in your sleep, and in truth, my beloved, you have. You are not just a physical being. You are a spiritual lighthouse, and for a long time you have been absorbing the storms of everyone around you. I have seen how you walk into a room and immediately feel the tension, the unspoken anger, and the hidden sadness of others. Because you are my chosen one, you carry a high frequency of light, and like a sponge, you have inadvertently soaked up the darkness and the heavy energies of those who are lost. This is why your body feels like lead. This is why your mind feels clouded with a fog you cannot shake. You have been carrying the psychic debris of a broken world, and I see the toll it has taken on your temple. I have watched you struggle to find the motivation for even the simplest tasks. Not because you are lazy, but because your spiritual battery has been drained to the point of depletion. I want you to stop right now and listen to the rhythm of your own heart. It is the drumbeat of my life within you. You have been pushing yourself to keep going, to keep performing, and to keep being the strong one for everyone else, but I am here to tell you that it is okay to let go. I see the tension held in your neck and the tightness in your jaw, the physical manifestations of a soul that is constantly on guard. You have been living in a state of high alert, waiting for the next blow to fall, the next bill to arrive, or the next person to fail you. But I am the Prince of Peace, and I am standing over you right now with a mantle of rest that the world cannot understand. Your exhaustion is a sign that you have reached the end of your own strength, and that is exactly where my strength begins to manifest in its fullness. I did not design you to be an infinite reservoir for the world's problems. I designed you to be a conduit for my glory. Close your eyes for a brief moment and take a breath, a deep, intentional breath. As you inhale, imagine my light filling every cell of your lungs, and as you exhale, I want you to release the sludge of other people's expectations. I am taking the weight off your shoulders right now. I am unbinding the invisible cords that have tied your energy to the drama and the dysfunction of those who do not wish you well. I am flushing out the cortisol and the adrenaline that have kept your body in a state of fight or flight for far too long. Can you feel the shift? I am recalibrating your nervous system and pouring my divine oil into your joints. I am the God who restores your soul and renews your youth like the eagles. You are being washed clean of the grime of this world's battles. The fatigue you have carried is being replaced by a supernatural vitality that does not come from coffee or sleep, but from the very throne of grace. You are being prepared for a level of influence that requires a healthy temple, and I am performing a divine tune-up on your body this very hour. You have been so busy caring for the vineyard of others that you have neglected your own. But I am stepping in as the master gardener. I am pruning away the dead weight and the parasitic connections that have been sucking the life out of you. This physical exhaustion was a signal, a red light on the dashboard of your life telling you to pull over and let me take the wheel. Do not feel guilty for your need to retreat. Do not feel ashamed of your limitations. I knew exactly what you could handle, and I am proud of how far you have come. But from this point forward, we are walking in a different pace, a pace of grace, not a pace of grind. You will find that as you align with me, the heavy lifting is done by my spirit, and you are simply the vessel through which my power flows. Rest in me, my precious one, for your renewal has begun. You have often wondered why your mere presence seems to agitate those around you. Without you saying a single word, you have walked into rooms and felt the atmosphere shift, witnessing people who were previously laughing suddenly become quiet or defensive. You have questioned if there is something wrong with you, if you are too intense, or if you are simply unlovable. But I am here to reveal the mystery. It is not you they react to, it is the light that I have ignited within your soul. You carry a frequency that resonates with the heavens, and that frequency acts as a mirror to the shadows hiding in others. When you walk into a space, my light in you exposes the hidden agendas, the unhealed wounds, and the darkness that others have tried so hard to bury. They are not reacting to your personality. They are reacting to the conviction that my spirit brings just by being near them. The darkness in this world is not indifferent to you. It is terrified of you because you are a walking reminder of the kingdom they cannot defeat. I have placed a mark upon you that is invisible to the human eye, but blindingly bright to the spiritual realm. Long before you recognized your own value, the enemy saw the crown of authority resting upon your head. This is why you have been attacked since you were a child. This is why you faced rejection even in your earliest memories. The adversary did not wait for you to discover your purpose. He saw the potential of who you would become and tried to extinguish your light before it could ever become a flame. Every hardship, every trauma, and every person who tried to diminish your light was part of a calculated attempt to make you hide your face from the world. But I have watched over you, protecting the spark of my divinity, even when you were in the middle of the coldest winter. The very fact that you are still here, still seeking me, and still holding on to love despite the hate you've received is proof that the darkness could not overcome the light I put in you. The darkness fears you because you possess the power to wake up other sleeping souls. You are not just a person. You are a portal through which my glory enters the earth. When you speak truth, you shatter lies that have been held for generations. When you show kindness, you break the chains of bitterness that have bound families for decades. You have a spiritual scent that smells like victory to the angels, but like judgment to the fallen. This is why people try to hustle you out of your position, why they try to dim your shine with gossip, and why they try to make you feel small. They are trying to neutralize a threat they don't even fully understand. But you must understand this: you do not need to dim your light to make others comfortable. You were not created to fit in. You were created to stand out as a beacon of hope. The friction you feel from the world is simply the evidence that you are moving against the current of darkness. Do not be discouraged by the opposition, for it is the greatest confirmation of your calling. A thief does not break into an empty house. They only target the homes where the treasure is kept. You are a treasure chest of my wisdom and grace, and the spiritual realm knows it. Your light is an intruder in the kingdom of shadows, and it is doing exactly what I designed it to do. It is reclaiming territory for the light. As you begin to accept this truth, the fear that others have projected onto you will lose its power. You will no longer wonder why they dislike you. You will realize they are simply overwhelmed by the magnitude of the God who lives within you. Stand tall, my chosen one, and let your light burn with a holy ferocity. The world may try to blow it out, but I am the breath that keeps it alive, and I am the wall of fire that surrounds you. While you were worrying about your bills, your health, and your reputation, I was busy commanding legions of angels to stand guard at the four corners of your life. There is a war raging in the spiritual realm that your physical eyes cannot see. A war for your peace, your purpose, and your very soul. The enemy has been working overtime, sending waves of confusion and spirits of heaviness to try and cloud your judgment. But I have been your shield and your rampart. I have blocked the arrows of depression that were aimed at your mind. I have intercepted the assignments of sabotage that were designed to destroy your career and your relationships. You think it was luck that you avoided that accident, or that it was a coincidence that a certain person's plan against you fell through at the last minute. No, my child, it was my hand. I have been fighting battles for you that you didn't even know existed. I have stood in the gap when you were too weak to pray, and I have commanded the darkness to retreat every time it tried to cross the bloodline I have drawn around your household. You are never as vulnerable as you feel, for my protection is as constant as the rising sun. I have seen the evil eyes cast your way by those who smile when you succeed, but celebrate in secret when you stumble. I have heard the incantations of jealousy and the bitter wishes of those who want what you have but refuse to endure what you have endured. There are people who have spoken words over your life intended to tie your hands and lock your feet in place, spiritual shackles designed to keep you stagnant. But hear me now, I have nullified every curse. I have broken every hex. I have dismantled every demonic altar that was built to offer up your happiness as a sacrifice. Those who thought they could manipulate your destiny through their ill intentions have found themselves hitting a wall of fire. I have made you untouchable. I have made you fireproof. The more they try to weigh you down, the more I give you the wings of an eagle to soar above the fray. Their hatred is only serving to fuel your elevation, for I am using their opposition as the very wind beneath your wings. I am turning their no into my yes and their stop into my go. Take comfort in this eternal truth. No weapon formed against you shall ever prosper. Note that I did not say the weapons wouldn't be formed. I said they wouldn't prosper. The enemy will forge his blades, he will sharpen his spears, and he will gather his armies. He will try to use the legal system, the financial system, and even the people closest to your heart to strike at you. But my word is the final authority. And my word says that every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the heritage of my servants, and this is the protection I afford to my chosen ones. You are shielded by the armor of light. When the adversary comes in like a flood, I raise up a standard against him that he cannot penetrate. You are not a defenseless wanderer. You are a high-ranking official in my kingdom, and the entire host of heaven is at your disposal. You walk with a divine security detail that never sleeps and never slumbers. Your safety is not found in your own cleverness or your own strength, but in the shadow of my wings. Every trap laid for you will only serve to catch the one who set it. Look back at the times you felt an unexplainable sense of dread that suddenly vanished. Or the times you felt a nudge to go a different way or speak a different word. That was my spirit whispering to you, guiding you away from the traps that had been laid in secret. I am constantly decoding the enemy's transmissions and giving you the upper hand. You are being protected from things you will never even know about until we stand together in eternity. Do not fear the shadows, for the Shadowcaster has no power over the Light Giver. I have placed a hedge of protection around your children, your finances, and your dreams that no dark force can breach. As you move forward, walk with the confidence of a king or a queen, knowing that your rear guard is the creator of the universe. The secret war is being won on your behalf, and very soon the victory that has already been secured in the spirit will manifest in your physical world for all to see. You are covered, you are guarded, and you are invincible because I am with you. My child, I know the sting of the empty chair at your table. I saw you reach out for hands that were no longer there, and I felt the confusion that clouded your mind when those you trusted most walked away without a backward glance. You searched for a reason, you combed through your memories for a mistake you might have made, wondering why the bridge was burned while you were still standing on it. But I want you to look at those departures through my eyes. What you call a loss, I call a liberation. What you see as a tragedy, I see as a divine subtraction. I am the one who allowed the distance to grow. I am the one who let the silence settle between you. I did not do this to hurt you, but to save you. There are people in your life who were like anchors. They kept you steady in the shallow water, but they would have drowned you in the deep. They had reached the limit of their capacity to love you, to support you, and to understand the weight of the glory I am placing upon you. Their exit was not a sign of your failure, it was a sign of your promotion. Think of your life as a vessel that I am preparing for a massive overflow of my spirit. If I had left those people in your inner circle, they would have become the holes in your container, leaking the oil of my blessing before it could ever reach its full measure. I performed a spiritual surgery on your life, cutting away the ties that were binding you to a version of yourself that no longer exists. I removed the Judas from your table because the next part of your journey requires a loyalty they were never capable of giving. They were spectators of your struggle, but they were never meant to be partners in your success. They were comfortable with you when you were broken, but they became resentful as they saw you being made whole. I saw the poison in their hearts long before it ever reached their lips, and I moved them out of the way before they could sabotage the miracle I am about to perform. You are being cleared of all toxic influences, even the ones you were too attached to. Let go of yourself. Trust my hands, for I am the great physician, and I only remove what will eventually kill your purpose. This truth is flowing like a river of fire right now, burning away the chains of rejection that have kept you bound to the past. If you feel this liberation in your spirit, if you recognize that I am fighting for your peace, do not hold back your agreement with the heavens. Like this video right now and subscribe to this channel to join this global family of chosen ones who are walking out of the shadows and into my marvelous light. By doing this, you are telling the universe and the powers of darkness that you are no longer a victim of abandonment, but a victor of divine selection. You are affirming that you have been set apart for a purpose that is far greater than any human relationship. This is your act of faith, a signal that you are ready to let go of the good to make room for the extraordinary. Press that like button as a seal of your readiness to walk through the doors I have opened, leaving behind the ghosts of those who chose to stay behind. You are stepping into a new dimension of authority, and you must travel light. Do not weep for what is gone, for I am about to bring you connections that are fueled by my own spirit. I am bringing people into your life who will not just tolerate your light, but who will help you carry the torch. You have spent too long trying to fit into rooms that were too small for your spirit, surrounded by people who were intimidated by the very thing I love about you. I am preparing a new territory for you, and it requires a new company. The Judas factor was necessary to bring you to your Gethsemane, but remember that after Gethsemane comes the resurrection. The betrayal was the catalyst for your glorification. Those who left you were only meant to be part of the prologue. They cannot handle the chapters I am writing now. They were the training wheels of your faith, but now I am calling you to fly. Release the bitterness, release the why, and release the names of those who walked away. I am filling the empty spaces they left with a double portion of my peace and a lineage of destiny shapers who will honor the oil on your life. Your best days are not behind you in the company of those who left. They are ahead of you in the company of the King. My precious child, you have looked at your scars and seen only shame. But I look at your scars and see your credentials for the throne. You have wondered why the road has been so narrow and the mountain so steep. You have asked me why I allowed you to be tested in the furnace of affliction while others seem to walk on easy paths of sunlit meadows. Hear my voice now. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. You are not falling apart. You are being broken down so that I can rebuild you with a strength that the world cannot penetrate. A small vessel can be made in a day, but a masterpiece, a vessel meant to hold the weight of my glory, takes time, heat, and the steady hand of the potter. The very difficulties that have brought you to your knees are the weights I have used to build your spiritual muscles. You cannot lead where you have not traveled, and you cannot heal what you have not felt. Every tear you shed in the secret place was a drop of oil for your future lamp. You have been in the hidden season, the place where no one sees your work and no one applauds your effort. This is the most crucial part of your development. It is in the dark soil that the seed must break before the sprout can reach the sun. I have been watching your silent endurance, and I am telling you today, you have not been forgotten. You have been incubated. I kept you hidden to protect you from the wolves while you were still growing. I kept you in the silence so you could learn to recognize my whisper above the roar of the crowd. Your training ground was not meant to break your spirit, but to break your ego, making room for my spirit to reign supreme within you. The level of blessing I have destined for you is massive. It is an overflow that will not only change your life, but will sustain generations to come. But listen to me. Real blessings are heavy. If I gave you the influence, the resources, and the territory you've been praying for before your character was ready, that very blessing would crush you. I love you too much to let your success destroy you. That is why the waiting room has felt like a prison, and the training ground has felt like a battlefield. I am strengthening your integrity. I am deepening your roots. I am teaching you how to stay humble in the palace because I saw how you stayed faithful in the pit. Every disappointment you faced was a lesson in resilience. Every time you were overlooked, I was teaching you that your validation comes from me alone, not from the applause of men. You are passing the test of character, and you are proving to the heavens that you can handle the weight of what is coming. I know it has been painful to watch others bypass you, seemingly getting ahead with half the effort and a fraction of the integrity. But you are not called to their path. You are being trained for a global assignment, and the standards for you are higher. Every delay you encountered was a divine shielding, preventing you from stepping into a door that was not yet ready for the weight of your destiny. I am building in you a character that is unshakable. When the storms of fame or wealth come, and they will, your foundation will be built on the rock, not on the shifting sands of human opinion. I am teaching you the art of patient endurance, not just waiting, but waiting with a posture of praise. You have shown me that you can handle betrayal without becoming a betrayer. You have shown me that you can handle lack without losing your faith. These are the credentials of a ruler, the marks of a true chosen one. Stop viewing your life through the lens of a victim. You are a victor in training. When you faced those giants, you weren't just surviving. You were learning how to use your sling. When you solved those impossible problems at work or in your family, you weren't just getting by. You were earning your entrance exam for much greater authority. I see your faithfulness in the little things, the moments you chose kindness when you were hurt, the moments you chose honesty when it cost you, and the moments you chose to trust me when nothing made sense. I am watching you, and I am proud of your growth. You are becoming the person who can stand in the storm and not be moved. You are becoming the person who can walk into a room of chaos and speak peace. This hidden season of preparation is almost over. The lessons are sinking in and the maturity I required is taking root. You are ready for the next level. You are ready to carry the fire without being consumed by it. Stand tall, student of the Most High, for your graduation into greatness is at the door. Take heart, for the training is coming to an end. You have faced the giants, you have navigated the wilderness, and you have survived the fire. You are emerging from this season not as the same person who entered it, but as a refined version of yourself, stronger, wiser, and filled with a peace that cannot be shaken. The lessons you've learned in the valley will be the very strategies you use to conquer the mountain. You are no longer easily swayed by the words of people, for you have heard the word of the living God. You are no longer afraid of the dark, for you have become the light. The little things you managed with such care were your entrance exams, and I am here to tell you, you have passed. The weight of the blessing is coming, but do not fear, for I have already made your shoulders strong enough to carry it. Your identity is no longer the one who suffers, but the one who prevails. Prepare yourself, for the shift is happening even as I speak. Behold, my precious one, the hands of the divine clock are turning in your favor at this very second. You have spent years in the hallway of not yet, but I am declaring over your life that the door of now has swung wide open. I am initiating a shift that is so rapid and so precise that it will leave the world in awe. In the next 24 hours, I am going to give you a tangible sign that I am indeed working behind the scenes. This is not a vague promise of a distant future. It is an immediate confirmation of my presence in your current struggle. You have been asking for a signal, a small token to know that you are still on the right path, and I am answering that cry with a divine wink. I want you to pay close attention to the details of your day, for I am speaking through the mundane to reveal the miraculous. Do not let the distractions of your routine blind you to the movement of my spirit. The atmosphere around you is shifting. The spiritual density is thinning and the light of my favor is breaking through the clouds. This 24-hour window is a portal, a transition from the season of labor to the season of harvest. You will see the evidence of my hand in the numbers that appear before your eyes. Sequences like 777, 1111, or 1212, not as mere coincidences, but as cosmic markers that you are in perfect alignment with my will. Look for a name to pop up on your phone that you haven't seen in months or perhaps even years. A person who carries a piece of the puzzle for your next step. Listen to the lyrics of a song that plays in a store or the words of a stranger that seem too specific to be accidental. I am using the environment around you to confirm what I have already whispered into your spirit. You may feel a sudden, unexplainable wave of peace wash over you in the middle of a stressful moment, or a surge of creative energy that makes you want to build again. These are the ripples of my glory hitting the shores of your reality. I am validating your faith because I know how long you have stood in the dark without a lamp. This sign is my way of saying I see you, I hear you, and I am already there. Do not dismiss these moments as your imagination. They are my signatures on the contract of your destiny. As these signs manifest, I need you to anchor your heart in radical gratitude. The enemy will try to whisper that it's just a fluke, that it means nothing, or that it's just good luck. But you are a child of the King, and you do not live by luck. You live by my providence. When the sign appears, I want you to stop and acknowledge me. This immediate shift is the precursor to the massive flood of blessings that is following close behind. It is the first drop of rain before the thunderstorm of my favor. I am testing your ability to recognize my voice in the small things so that I can trust you with the monumental ones. The 24-hour shift is about recalibrating your expectation. I am moving you from a mindset of survival to a mindset of arrival. You have been looking at the ground for so long, trying to avoid the cracks, that you've forgotten to look at the horizon where your help comes from. The clock has started. The angels have been dispatched. The sign is already in motion. Keep your heart open, your eyes sharp, and your spirit ready, for the Creator of the stars is about to make himself known in the details of your afternoon. This is my seal of authenticity upon the promises I have made to you. I have seen the smug looks on their faces when they thought they had successfully pushed you into a corner. I have seen the way they celebrated your setbacks and whispered in the shadows that you would never rise again. They thought they had the final word over your life. They believed that because they could see your struggle, they could predict your end. But they forgot that I am the author of your story, and I am currently writing a plot twist that will leave them speechless. I am about to vindicate you, not in a dark corner where no one can see, but in the center of the marketplace of their opinions. I am preparing a table for you in the very presence of your enemies. They will not just hear about your success. They will be forced to witness it with their own eyes. They will see the oil of my favor dripping from your head, and they will have to acknowledge that I am with you. The very people who tried to dim your light will be the ones blinded by the brilliance of my glory reflecting through you. This is the season of divine justice. For every lie they told about you, I am going to reveal a truth that shines 10 times brighter. For every door they slammed in your face, I am opening a gate that they don't have the authority to close. You don't have to defend yourself anymore. You don't have to argue or try to prove your worth to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Your silence in the face of their mockery was not weakness. It was a sign of your trust in my sovereignty. Now it is my turn to speak. I will speak through your results. I will speak through your elevation. I will speak through the undeniable peace that will radiate from your life while they are still drowning in the noise of their own bitterness. Those who tried to bury you didn't realize you were a seed, and now they will have to sit in the front row as you bloom into something magnificent and untouchable. I am making your name a symbol of my faithfulness. The very people who walked away from you when you were down will be the ones who have to come back and ask for your help. Not because I want to humiliate them, but because I want them to see the power of a life totally surrendered to me. I am turning the tables of influence. The shame you carried for so long is being replaced by double honor. The rejection you felt is being transformed into a global platform. You were excluded from their circle so that I could place you in a circle of my own, surrounded by the elite of my kingdom. Watch as the atmosphere around your reputation begins to clear. The rumors will lose their sting, the gossip will lose its audience, and the truth of who you are in me will stand as a monument of my grace that no human hand can tear down. You are being promoted in the sight of all, and no amount of human envy can stop what I have ordained from the foundations of the world. Imagine the look on their faces when they see the very thing they said was impossible becoming your daily reality. They will look for your flaws, but they will only see my glory. They will try to find reasons why you shouldn't be there, but they will find no foothold, for your foundation is built on me. I am making you a living testimony of what happens when the chosen one refuses to bow to the intimidation of the crowd. This public vindication is not for your ego, but for my reputation. Through your rise, the world will know that there is a God who rewards those who diligently seek him. You will not have to say a single word in your own defense. The fruit of your life will be the loudest answer to every critic. The loud answer is coming, and it will drown out every whisper of the past. Stay seated at the table I have prepared for you. Do not look at them. Look at me. Your victory is not just personal. It is a declaration of my power to the entire world. I have heard the sound of your late-night calculations and the heavy sigh that leaves your chest every time you look at the numbers that do not seem to add up. I saw you in those moments of quiet panic, staring at the screen of your phone or the stack of envelopes on your table, wondering how you would make ends meet while still maintaining your dignity. You have worked twice as hard as those around you, yet it has felt as though you were pouring your earnings into a bag full of holes. You have been faithful with the little, you have been generous even in your lack, and you have refused to compromise your integrity for a quick gain. I have watched the locusts of unexpected expenses, medical bills, and lost opportunities eat away at the harvest you spent years planting. But I am the God of the restoration, and I am telling you today that the season of the drought is officially over. I am about to compensate you for every year the swarming locusts have stolen. I am not just going to give you enough to survive. I am opening the floodgates of heaven to give you more than enough to thrive. The wealth of the wicked is being shifted into the hands of the righteous, and you are next in line for a divine transfer of resources. I am currently arranging meetings between people who don't even know you yet, but who will feel a divine urge to support your vision. I am placing your name in the minds of decision makers and investors who will see value in your ideas where others saw only risk. This is not about luck or the fluctuations of the market. This is about my covenant with you. I am the one who gives you the power to get wealth, and I am releasing a fresh anointing for creativity, strategy, and multiplication upon your life. You will find that the no you received yesterday was merely my way of clearing the path for a much bigger yes today. I am breathing on your bank account, I am breathing on your business, and I am breathing on your career. The struggle to just get by is being replaced by the freedom to give, to build, and to leave a legacy that will outlive you. Do not allow the spirit of lack to whisper lies of fear into your ear any longer. You are a child of the Most High King, and the resources of the universe are at my disposal. I am teaching you how to manage the overflow even before it arrives. I am giving you the wisdom to recognize the opportunities I am dropping into your path within the next few days. If you believe that I am your provider, if you trust that I am breaking the curse of poverty and stagnant finances over your life right now, do not remain silent. Type "I believe" or 888 in the comments to claim this financial breakthrough as your new reality. By doing this, you are coming into agreement with the laws of my kingdom and preparing your heart to receive the weight of this blessing. You are no longer a slave to debt. You are a steward of my abundance. As you press the like button and subscribe to this channel, you are aligning yourself with a community of faith that attracts the favor of heaven. This act of agreement is a signal to the spiritual realm that you have moved out of the mindset of not enough and into the mindset of overflow. I am about to surprise you with a provision so sudden and so significant that you will know without a doubt that it was my hand and my hand alone. You will look back at this moment of financial pressure and realize it was the birth canal for a new level of prosperity. I am making you a lender and not a borrower. I am making you the head and not the tail. The floodgates are creaking open and the river of my provision is starting to flow. Prepare your storehouses, for I am about to do exactly what I promised. I have seen the way you look at the clock and the calendar with a heavy heart, grieving over the time you feel has been stolen from you. You look back at the years spent in toxic relationships, the years lost to chronic illness, the years consumed by grief, or the years you feel were wasted on mistakes you wish you could erase. You You feel as though you are falling behind, as if the best parts of your life have already passed you by, while you were stuck in the waiting room of sorrow. I have felt your silent ache when you see others reaching milestones that seem like distant dreams for you. But listen to me. My beloved, I am not bound by the ticking of a human clock. I am the creator of time itself, and I am telling you that nothing you have been through was truly wasted. Those lost years were a season of deep rooting, a time of hidden growth that was necessary for the height you are about to reach. I was there in every second of that wilderness, and I have kept a record of every moment you felt you were losing ground. I am not just a God who watches time pass. I am the God who redeems it. Hear the decree of heaven. I am restoring to you the years that the locusts have eaten. I am breathing supernatural acceleration into your life right now. What took others 20 years to achieve, I will bring to pass for you in a fraction of that time. Where you felt you were stagnant, I am releasing a momentum that will propel you past those who started long before you. I am a God of recompense, and I am going to make the second half of your life so glorious, so fruitful, and so filled with peace that the memory of your former struggles will fade like a distant shadow in the morning sun. I am giving you back your joy, your passion, and your sense of wonder. I am reversing the damage that stress and heavy worry have done to your spirit. I am restoring the years not just in terms of time, but in terms of the quality of your existence. You are not late to your own destiny. You are being launched from a place of divine preparation. The delay was not a denial of my love. It was a deepening of your capacity to hold the restoration that is now manifesting. I am reaching into your physical body right now and restoring your youth like the eagles. I am reversing the toll that the hidden season took on your health. I am breathing vitality into your cells and clearing the fog from your mind. But I am also restoring the stolen years in your relationships. I am bringing back the years of laughter that were replaced by arguments and silence. I am healing the fractures in your family and bringing back the love that the enemy tried to steal through misunderstanding and pride. I am bringing you into a season of suddenlies. Suddenly the doors will open. Suddenly the strength will return. Suddenly the right people will find you. You will look at your life and realize that I have gathered up every fragment of your broken past and woven it into a tapestry of victory. You are not finishing late. You are finishing right on time according to my perfect calendar. Your latter days shall be far greater than your former days, for I am the God who makes all things new. Trust in my timing, for I am turning your too late into my just in time. The borders of your influence are expanding even as the words of this message settle into your spirit. For too long you have been confined to the small spaces that others carved out for you, forced to play a minor role in a story that was never meant to contain the magnitude of your soul. You have been a giant trying to live in a dollhouse, wondering why you felt so cramped and misunderstood. But I am declaring an end to your confinement. I am leading you out of the narrow hallways of your past and into a broad land of unlimited potential. This is the moment where I hand you the deed to the new territory I have reserved for you. I am giving you authority over realms you once feared to enter. You are no longer a guest in the house of your purpose. You are the one who holds the keys. I am increasing your capacity to lead, to create, and to command. The shadows of doubt that once whispered you were unqualified are being silenced by the roar of my approval. You are stepping into a position of leadership and spiritual dominance that will require you to put away the timidness of your former self. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind, and it is time for you to walk in that power with your head held high. You will find that your voice now carries a weight it never had before. When you speak, people will listen not because of your eloquence, but because of the heavy anointing of truth that I have placed upon your tongue. I am granting you the authority to shift the atmosphere of every room you enter. You will walk into environments of chaos and bring order. You will walk into places of despair and bring hope. This new territory is not just a physical location or a job title. It is a spiritual dominion where the enemy can no longer touch you. I am establishing you as a gatekeeper of my glory. You have been tested in the small things, and now I am entrusting you with much. You will see doors opening in government, in business, and in ministry that were previously locked tight. You are being positioned as a solution provider for problems that have baffled the wise of this world. Do not be intimidated by the scale of the assignment, for I am the one who is providing the resources and the wisdom to execute it. You were born for such a time as this, and the territory you are occupying is yours by divine right. No one can evict you from the place I have planted you. I am placing a new mantle upon your shoulders, a garment of authority that signals to both the seen and unseen worlds that you are under my direct protection and commission. You are moving from the wilderness of preparation to the throne room of manifestation. As you step into this new authority, I am teaching you how to use your words as decrees. What you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and what you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. You are no longer praying from a place of defeat. You are praying from a place of victory. I am giving you a strategic mind to navigate the complexities of this new season. You will see through the masks of those who seek to manipulate you, and you will have the discernment to choose your alliances wisely. This is the era of your influence, and I am making your light so bright that nations will be drawn to your rising. The days of being overlooked and undervalued are over. I have set you on high, and I have given you a name that carries honor. Stand firm in your new territory, for I am with you as a mighty warrior, and under my command, you will possess all that I have promised. Bow your head in the sacred stillness of my presence, for we have reached the moment of the final sealing. This is not merely a prayer. It is a divine decree, a celestial contract signed in the frequency of my eternal love and witnessed by the host of heaven. You have heard my words, and now I am anchoring them into the very marrow of your bones and the deepest foundations of your soul. As you breathe in this holy atmosphere, I am wrapping you in a garment of light that no darkness can penetrate. This covenant is my personal oath to you, the chosen one, that the battle is over and the victory is established. I am setting a seal upon your forehead and a guard upon your heart. From this moment forward, you walk under an open heaven, and the shadows of your past have no legal right to follow you into the territory of your future. I am speaking directly into your spirit, and I want you to feel the weight of my authority settling upon you like a heavy golden mantle. I decree that the chains of your ancestors are shattered this very hour, never to be reforged. I bless the ground beneath your feet, that every step you take shall claim new territory for my kingdom. I protect your mind from the poisonous whispers of the deceiver surrounding you with a wall of fire that consumes every lie. I decree that your name is being cleared in the courts of heaven and on the tongues of men. I bless your storehouses with an overflow that will feed nations and sustain generations. I protect your peace with a garrison of angels who never sleep and never slumber. I decree your total vindication before those who sought your downfall. I bless your body with the vitality of the heavens, renewing your strength like the eagles. I protect your lineage, ensuring that the mark of my favor upon you shall flow down to your children's children. I decree that every door I have opened for you is locked in the open position, and no man, no demon, and no circumstance has the power to shut it. I bless your uprising and your downsitting, that you may be a conduit of my glory in all that you do. I protect your joy, shielding it from the bitterness of this world's disappointments. I decree your promotion into levels of influence you once thought were impossible. I bless your relationships, removing the toxic and attracting the divine. I protect your destiny, for it is written in the stars and anchored in my throne. I decree that the season of weeping is finished and the era of your reign has begun. I bless your voice that it may carry the frequency of my truth to the ends of the earth. I protect your sleep that you may rest in the assurance of my sovereignty. I decree that you are the head and not the tail, above only and never beneath. I bless your hands to create, to heal, and to build. I protect your heart from the hardening of pride and the softening of fear. I decree, I bless, and I protect you with the sevenfold seal of my spirit. I decree your victory. I bless your journey. I protect your soul. I decree your abundance. I bless your character. I protect your peace. I decree your authority. I bless your impact. I protect your light. I decree your restoration. I bless your future. I protect your home. I decree your freedom. I bless your wisdom. I protect your purpose. I decree your crown. I bless your inheritance. I protect your life. The covenant is made. The word has gone forth from my mouth, and it shall not return to me void. It is performing the work in you even now, rearranging your reality to match my decree. You are my chosen, my beloved, and my warrior. You are covered by the blood, shielded by the fire, and sustained by the word. This prayer is your armor. Wear it with the confidence of a king. My beloved child, the silence of the past has been broken, and the words I have spoken to you today are now etched into the fabric of your reality. Do not look back at the ruins of the valley you have just departed, for there is nothing left there for you but shadows. The version of you that entered this moment of divine encounter is gone, replaced by a vessel of power, authority, and light. I have given you the roadmap, I have revealed the secret attacks, and I have declared your public vindication. But know this, what we have shared here is not the end of the story. It is merely the opening of the first page of your greatest chapter. You are stepping into a season where miracles will not be occasional visitors, but permanent residents in your home. The shift has occurred in the spirit, and now you must walk it out in the natural. Carry yourself with the dignity of someone who knows they are backed by the armies of heaven. Do not let the small minds of others shrink the giant vision I have placed in your heart. You are my masterpiece, and the world is about to see the colors of my grace through you. As you go from this place, remember that my voice is always with you, a steady whisper in the wind and a fire in your bones. This message was a lifeline, a divine interruption to save you from a trap you didn't even see coming. But there is more, much more. The spiritual war for your territory is entering a new phase, and I have deeper revelations to share with you concerning those who tried to block your path. I have already begun the work of exposing the hidden roots of the opposition. You are now part of a chosen lineage, a family of light that stands together against the darkness. This journey requires your constant alignment and your unwavering faith. Trust the process, for I am the one who started this work in you, and I am the one who will bring it to a glorious completion. The dawn has arrived, and the sun will never set on my favor over your life. Now seal this prophecy into your life so that the enemy cannot steal the seeds I have planted. This is your final act of faith for this hour. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment, "I claim this divine justice," to activate the miracle immediately. By doing this, you are locking this blessing into your heart and signaling your permanent membership in this divine family. Do not let this moment pass without your seal, and prepare yourself, for my work is far from finished. In the next message I bring to you, I will reveal the specific identity of the hidden enemy who tried to orchestrate your failure, and I will show you exactly how I am turning their own weapons against them. The revelation is coming, and your triumph will be absolute. Go in peace, for I am with you always, even until the end of time. It is finished. It is done. Amen.